Welcome again to the living world of darkness, rage across New York. The scene is set in Brighton Beach, I believe. A child of Gaia Cleith has decided to bring to himself a former cub, still a cub, as well as one of his favorite kinfolk over, just to have a nice, relaxing weekend at the beach, mostly secluded in this little bungalow. Alan, for his part, is standing in front of the bungalow with his keys in his pocket, jingling it around, jingle, 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 jingle. He's looking towards the family that he's got sort of residing there from the moment, thanks them for their time, tells them that we won't be but renting it out for a few hours. I mean, come back about midnight, we'll be already vacated. Apologies if anything gets broken in the meantime. Thank you. And you guys would go ahead and see this couple, as long as with this older child. Couldn't be any less than 14 or 15 years old. He's got that evil stare into him, that rebellious spirit in him. But they go ahead and travel to the just underneath this bungalow. This bungalow is actually situated with a single story above some stilts, and in this stilted area there's a little driveway and parking lot. The couple go in, hump in. The teenager reluctantly hops in the back. They seem to go ahead and drive off, leaving you with Alan looking at you, keys in hand, saying, "Okay, come inside, come inside." He goes ahead and gets the little key, shinks it into the little bolt, turns it. The door opens, and inside this little bungalow happens to be, first and foremost, a living room. It seems as if the living room has been well lived in. There are beanbags, there are cushions, there are couches that have been scooted over. Towards the other end of this living room, there happens to be a little kitchen as well. In the kitchen, there happens to be a laptop still burning, still connected to the cord. There is a little hallway that goes off towards the back end, but none of that really matters. In the living room, everything is it's covered. It's covered in quilted blankets. It's covered in blankets that must have seen some time, that must have been quilted, each patch very, very lovingly. Each different tile of this particular blanket holds a memory. At least you can tell that it holds a memory. Some hold spirit animals, some hold places, names, dates, just anything that was really, really emotionally significant to this family that has just entrusted you with their home. But then again, Alan goes ahead and enters in, looks to the rest of you. Okay, so first off, who's had experience?
What's the question? Who has experience?
Who's gotten high before?
Oh, yeah, sure. Kinda, yeah. Kinda, yeah.
You, Xavier?
Doing you a favor. Me?
Xavier.
Ah, Xavier.
Xavier seems to be the silent type for the moment.
I have gotten high before.
Okay. Awesome. Have any of you gone on a trip before?
Well,
Is this an interview for a really bad job?
let me
just
ask you something. Have you ever smoked shisha before?
No.
I'm gonna say no on that one myself.
Is it like going on a trip?
Sounds like salvia, if you ask me.
Well, The mushroom trip is nothing compared to it.
Oh, you're such a kidder. In any case, go ahead and make you guys comfortable on the couches and the quilts. I'll go ahead and do a runabout.
Look over the situation. You said the quilts are on the floor, right?
The quilts are on the floor. The quilts are draped across the couches. The one quilt is currently draped across the mattress. It's just, sitting there in the middle.
Choose a quilt on the floor because, well, she has reasons for it. She's going to sit on the floor on a comfy quilt and sort of stretch out. Which isn't very much with being 5'1", but stretch out anyway.
What does Emmett do?
Oh, sorry, what's going on now? I kind of blinked out for a bit.
Pick your seat. Or whatever way you choose to sit, lay down.
Emmett's going to sit up against a wall and just kind of lean against that, sitting down.
Okay. No takers for the couch yet.
And Xavier?
Is there any other quilts that he can grab?
Of course.
Apparently there are quilts
Okay.
everywhere.
So he grabs one, goes into a corner, and sits down and lays his back at the corner.
All right. Totally useless couch.
Fair enough. You hear the whirl of a blender actually in the kitchen. You guys are looking there. It seems like Alan is mixing something, some chopped pieces of something, as well as bright orange juice into a blender, and just sort of setting it on parade.
What the hell is he doing?
Do you really want to ask that question? Do you know who we're talking about here?
I really want to know what he's doing.
Right. Well, why don't you go ask him then? I am going to chill here on this lovely quilt. Do you see this one right here, this one little square? It's really cool with, the little trees and the birds above it. I'm impressed. Wish I could do that. And she's going to lay down, stretch back with her hands behind her head, and attempt to be completely chill considering it. Yeah. Everything going on.
All right. It takes just a simple few seconds before Alan returns with the the cup of the or the ladle or whatever the hell the plastic part that holds the juice of the blender, goes into the center of this little party. In the center, there's a little bit of a coffee table there. Goes ahead and sets the blender down. Goes ahead and brings from his pocket a little one plain paper bag he's held in his little pocket. Sort of sets it down. As well, he goes ahead and sets down several little tiny strips of paper, actually. He looks at the group just sort of surrounding him and says, okay, y'all have two options. You can go with the cannabis or you can go with the mescaline. Can't do both.
Let's stick with what we know.
I'm tempted. I kind of do want to try the one, but yeah, I mean, if I can't, if that's all I can do, then I don't think I'd rather. I think I'm with you. We're gonna go with weed.
Why don't you want to try the mescaline?
Because I'm afraid I won't be able to do much else after.
Well, that's the whole point. The whole point is for this to be a safe place. This to be a place where the outside world doesn't really matter, where all the rules, the responsibilities of whatever you're called to do don't matter here. You're setting yourself up a huge block of time to not worry about it.
So were you related to those people?
Related to who, people?
The people that were here when we came.
There's some of the kinfolk I brought up from my previous sept, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, tell them thank you when you see them again.
I will definitely do so. If you're afraid of what will happen, don't worry. There's a reason that I'm here. I'm usually the trip setter. I'm usually here to make sure that first-timers don't go off the rails too much, and even some of the veterans make sure they don't do something silly and stupid like walk outside.
But outside is good.
Well, it is good, but only halfway through the trip when you're done with the sickness, and definitely not while there might be cops outside.
Okay, I agree with that. No cops. Cops bad. Got it. All right. So, are you trying to say that you think that I should go with the other one then?
I'm saying that the option is definitely open and available to you, and I want to share this experience with you.
I don't even know what it's like, so I don't know. Guess we'll find out if it agrees with me then, right?
Mm-hmm. It's up to you, whether or not you take the cup or you take the bag.
Okay. Why not? Let's break out of the mold a little bit. I'm getting rather tired of this world.
Fair dues. I'll start you off a little bit smaller, see how it agrees with you. Xavier, what are we doing?
Well, I'm fine with both. I'll just play along with the group.
It's not a group decision.
Yeah.
Well, if they tag and one of us takes the cup and trips out, there won't be an experience to share.
That's the risk we take, I guess. Because I'm already going that way.
Fair enough. I think I'll take the cup.
Fair news. Fair news. Alright. Emmett goes ahead and settles you up with a little baggie of various plant debris, as well as a piece of paper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nope. Emmett's already rolling it up. He's done this before.
Oh, quite obviously, quite obviously.
This is efficient.
Alan goes ahead and sets up 2 small Dixie cups and places it in front of Xavier and Leah. He goes ahead and says, alright, few warnings, okay? This stuff is going to make you sick. Going to make you sick to your stomach. I guarantee you, the first time I did it, I had to barf up the entire thing and spent most of the rest of my day watching feature films to try to calm myself down. Don't be discouraged if it does start to burn. Don't be discouraged if you feel nauseous. Those are all things that'll just happen. And if you have to run, the bathroom's right over there. The door is open. The lid is flipped up. Don't even worry about flushing the toilet. Just run. Just run if you feel nauseous.
Oh, that's great. Well, you've already seen me throwing up once. What's another time, hey?
Alan,
Hmm.
just me to bring you some shisha sometime later.
I'll remember. Also, second step, things will start to move. And when I say things will start to move, I mean things will start to move. Things that don't normally move will start moving. It's very, very subtle. You'll catch it at the far corner of your eye, and then at the middle of your eye, and then pretty soon most of this shit will start swimming. It's kind of like falling. If you've ever had the chance to simply fall into the spirit world, sort of like that.
Yeah, I never had that. Sorry.
Mm,
That's a lot of
that-
my experience right there.
Everyone smells burning marijuana now.
Hmm.
Last bit of advice. If you see things, that's perfectly normal. If you hear things, that's perfectly normal. If you see a figure, kind of dark, that's absolutely normal. His name is Skeletor. He usually doesn't bother me. So if you're afraid of Skeletor in the room, just take my hand, okay?
You sure Skeletor isn't of the worm, man?
Like going, wait a minute, Skeletor, like He-Man Skeletor.
All right then.
Oh God, what have I gotten myself into?
Should have just
You
taken the
two have been scheduled for a brief 2-hour flight into the ether. I do hope you enjoy your time in Silver Tongue Airlines. Go ahead and
Wait, Silver Tongue?
new
Out of
details.
character, you haven't told her yet.
I know. Alan just sort of gestures to himself. Deed name.
Just get big eyes and try not to. Just start giggling to herself. I don't even think she can stop herself from laughing at that one. Oh God.
Alan, you got any honey for her?
I will smack you.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm not making fun of you, but oh my God.
Emmett's already feeling it. He took some big old drags up in his joint.
I was gonna say, is there any honey in that kitchen? I think that Emmett might want some.
There is indeed.
Peanut butter and honey sandwich, motherfucker.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have this feeling it might just get worse from here, so we might as well just do this.
All right, fair enough.
You heard me, not that honey.
How do you take it?
But orange juice?
Yes, how do you take the orange juice?
Regular with pulp? I don't know what you're looking for here.
You got the cup right in front of you. It's filled with this nasty, disgusting stuff that you've just been told will make you sick. How do you approach it?
You know what will make it better?
Well, we're going to try this the semi-safe way. We're going to, the theory that if you can't smell it, then the taste might not be so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that. She's going to hold her nose and take a long drink of this, and pray that it stays down. Yes.
Awesome. Xavier, what do you do?
He grabs the cup, says, well, bottoms up, and gets it all down in one go.
You motherfuckers all gonna die.
All right, roll stamina.
And that's both of us, I'm assuming, huh?
Oh yes.
I know. Well, she didn't drink the whole thing, but for the record. Ready for a power roll?
Not
That
good.
is my power roll right there. Oh, even two dice, man.
Xavier?
Eesh.
Holy shit. Well, at least it's only a fail.
Neither of you make it.
Clearly
Go
not.
ahead and drink the concoction. It tastes like tangy orange juice, as well as some really rotten mushrooms. I mean, you know the kind of mushrooms that you usually get on a pizza when you lay it out too long? and it sort of gets smelly. Yeah, that's exactly what you're tasting right now. It goes ahead and hits your stomach in the worst way possible. I'm talking, this is just a rock in the middle of your gut. It is staying there. It is bubbling. It is fizzing. It's starting to come up at you, starting to make you feel nauseous quite a bit, and it's not necessarily going away anytime soon.
You see,
Take deep breaths.
way to take cover in case someone throws up on him.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just saying they're like just calm breaths. Yeah, if she could meditate right at the moment, she would. She is trying to keep this shit down.
Emmett starts singing that song that he heard on the radio that one time. Throw it up, watch it all fall out.
There's a smack from Alan. Not helping.
I'm so planning to aim for you. You have no idea.
What did Xavier do?
Well, he's trying his very best. Like, oh god.
Tuning him out. Tuning out his oh god, because that sounds exactly like how I feel. Tuning it out.
Okay. Both of you make me a wit stamina roll at difficulty 8.
I think that's only 4 dice. Ah. I forgot my sheet. We're just going to go with 4. Oh, wrong thing. Do that again.
I get 1 success.
That's a botch on my part.
You feel queasy. You feel very, very queasy. Your head's starting to spin. You hear Alan from like a million miles away saying, "The restroom's over there." Meanwhile, Xavier, you seem to be rather fine with it.
Okay, all right. So do I feel as if it's coming, or do I still think I could try?
It's starting to come up. You're starting to feel like you're gonna hurl.
Then go. I'm not stupid. I don't want to mess up someone else's house.
Emmett starts walking towards the bathroom like he's gonna go, but he's just gonna let Leah go, just to mess with her.
Smack him in the arm as I go by. Like,
All right, fair enough. Emmett, you understand the effects of weed quite well. I mean, you're already quite inebriated with the substance. You're starting to feel giddy. You're starting to let things go. Your inhibitions are gone. Your perception of time is kind of wacky right now. Things are starting to just feel a lot more easy, feel a lot more smooth. You know the sensation.
Yeah.
Xavier, what are you currently focusing on?
That I can focus on?
What are you focusing on?
Probably fucking Skeletor.
Well, I'm actually focusing on not to throw up and trying to see the signs that you told Xavier about.
All right, you're starting to look for the signs. Okay, you're starting not to throw up. Okay, you stare up at the ceiling just because I'm saying you stare up at the ceiling. If you want to do something else, say now.
It's completely perfect.
You stare at the ceiling. You're starting to lay back. You're starting to calm yourself down as much as possible, not make yourself sick. You see the fan blades of the overhead fan sort of to rotate. It's a nice breezy summer, but a little bit of circulation doesn't hurt as well, as you see that each one of the fan blades, starts to dance, start to spin, actually, and then they start to go in the opposite direction. They seem to, twist with each other and untwist with each other, twisting and untwisting, twisting and untwisting. And this action doesn't make you any more sick. It just enlightens you to the fact that these fan blades don't stay in the same place for very long. And you're starting to wonder what also doesn't stay in the same place for very, very long. Leah. You're in the bathroom. You're trying to hurl, but it does not come up. You feel absolutely completely nauseous, but it just doesn't come up. You can't hurl. You try it as you might. Whatever you do, you can't eject the substance unless you come up with something fantastic for me.
Oh no, it's life. It's fine.
So,
What am I supposed to come up with to make myself hurl? Ipecac? No. So once I realize this, nothing is going to happen. Just sort of sit back, like pretty much leaning against the bathtub, probably right in front of the toilet, and just wait, because I feel like it's going to come at some point.
Okay, you're sitting next to the toilet. You're waiting for it to hurl. You're waiting to evacuate all that disgusting shit you just drank. When all of a sudden you look at the curtains in the bathroom, and you notice that the curtains are covered with fish. There's just patterns of fishes, and these patterns of fishes start to move, start to swim. Actually, the patterns in the curtains are starting to swim. They travel from one bit of the campus to the other bit of the canvas. They're starting to move up and down, and this action doesn't make you any more nauseous. It just opens your eyes to the idea of what else is going on right now. What else can move?
She's gonna crawl over there and kind of reach up and try to touch the curtains.
Okay, you do so. You start to reach out. You go ahead and touch and grab the curtains, and you're starting to realize that you're not here anymore. You are here. I mean, that's your hand, that's your arm reaching out, but you're not actually here anymore. You're not here. You don't have an identity separate from anything else. You are a part of this curtain with all these fishes. You are moving with this curtain of fishes.
I'm a fish. I'm a fish.
Starting to lose yourself like that.
Okay.
Xavier,
Yes.
what is your reaction to seeing these fan blades go ahead and twist in the wind?
Xavier will actually take a look around the room, see what else moves, and he tries to see if there is someone besides Ellen and Emmett inside the room.
Okay, fair enough. You're starting to seek out these experiences outside of yourself. And the more you look for them, the more you start seeing them. The more you start to see the couches aren't really there. I mean, they are there, but they're also you. You are a part of the couch. You and the couch, there's no separation there for you. You have completely cut off that ability in your mind to distinguish you yourself from anything else in this very room. You are the room. You are the quilts. You start to glaze your eyes over every single one of the patches in the quilts, and every single patch is a memory of yours. You personally have these memories inside your head. You remember that cat. You remember that house. You remember that date, if only because it is there for you to observe and to be a part of. There is no separation between yourself and anything else in the room.
Okay, so Xavier actually gets up, walks to the couch, and sits down. And he just puts his hands next to himself, like to his right and his left. And he is actually looking for that guy you were talking about.
Fair enough, fair enough. Leah,
Yes.
From outside the bathroom, you hear heavy footsteps. What do you do?
Go into my little world in the curtains. What? That's where I'm part of it now. So be part of the curtains.
You disappear into the curtains. You faintly hear shower rings go ahead and clip off, but they're such a distant memory for you. You fall into the curtain and you hit something hard, but you don't really care so long as you're wrapped up in this little world of yours with all these fishes. And from underneath your little world of fishes, but underneath the water of the curtain, you see Alan's form there. Go ahead and giving you a wave and simply saying, "Are we having a nice trip?"
Pull him in with me.
What?
Yeah, come in here.
Ow, ow. No. We can bring the curtain into the living room if you want.
No, you stay with me.
I'll bring you with me.
If you get up and try to pick her up and take her with the curtain, she's not going to be able to fight you too much. So
He'll go ahead and do so. Emmett,
What's going on?
you're seeing Xavier go ahead and sit on the couch,
Well,
looking very, very serious, like he's expecting somebody. You know how he usually has this royal, high-ass attitude to himself? Well, he's exhibiting that again. He's sitting on the throne, waiting for somebody, waiting for either an entertainment or a interview or a very important conversation of a very royal and important nature.
Well,
Meanwhile,
Emmett is not in that room right now. He is off searching the house for things, and I believe he has found what he is looking for. Because you hear a laugh. And it goes, I am looking for the dastardly He-Man. Where is it? You see Emmett walk out, right? The sleeves of his new jacket are with something, right, to make it simulate muscles. And, like, he put some lotion on his face, like, all around his face to, like, simulate a skull. And anybody that understands TV will recognize that he's trying to be Skeletor and failing. I am the mighty Skeletor! Nemesis of
for fuck's sake. Alan's gonna go ahead and, while Emmett's trying to be a jackass right now, I'm gonna go ahead and set poor Leah on the couch next to Xavier, still wrapped up in the fish curtains, by the way.
That's right.
Look up to Emmett and try to bring up his big stick, looking at him, saying, "Hey, don't harsh the mellow, okay?"
Man, I'm mellow as fuck.
Meanwhile, Xavier, according to your perceptions, you saw a man, a figure, but he's not really all that important. You're still waiting for the man who is important, the man that you've been promised to meet, this Skeletor, this dark figure. And seated next to you happens to be one of your sisters, actually, that has been transported to your kingdom. She seems to be fish-like in appearance, but do not let that concern you. In fact, you know for a fact that if you bring up the fishy appearance, she will become offended quite greatly.
I'm going to need a second.
You don't get a second, man. That's not what this is about.
Just skip my turn. I have to do something because I have an idea.
He's gonna try to fuck with Emmett right now.
Fair enough.
At this point, Emmett's kind of standing in front of both of them. Hey, man.
Get out of the water! She like kicks at him. Or I will swim into you. That's what I'll do.
Swimming amongst the trees, are we?
Emmett. God damn it, Emmett.
Shh. You know, what if oceans are actually just liquefied trees? Like, what if someone just took all the sap from trees and just kind of put that all in one place, and that was actually water, and that's how we had oceans?
Leah's ignoring this at this point. Honestly, she's zoned off in her own little thing. She's just like trying to do the back float on the couch.
Fair enough. Xavier.
Okay, so what I see, can you describe it again?
All right.
Or-
A figure has just deposited the fish princess from a faraway kingdom. One of your very, very loyal soldiers is standing at the gates, or at least standing in front of you, this grand throne, while a figure, a very, very butch figure with a very, very white face is arguing with him. One of your loyal soldiers is arguing with this painted figure.
Okay, so all three of you will hear that Xavier starts to speak. And have any of you heard Arabic before?
Don't think so.
Well, we've probably all heard it, just whether we understand it is the question.
Okay, so the language Xavier speaks sounds a bit like Arabic, but it's not Arabic. And when he talks to you, Leah, he will continuously call you Rem. But you won't that he's saying. After that, he will turn to this white-faced man arguing with his soldier. And from the but by the way he talks, Alan, you can understand that he is giving orders.
So he's giving orders in a language that none of us can understand. Great.
Yep. And he keeps calling Leah Rem.
Fair dues.
I'm just going to ignore this because I really have no idea what to do about Rem. And besides, I'm swimming.
You go ahead and give this instruction, but apparently your orders are not being understood and or just being plain ignored. But as this goes on, as this white man continues to demand your presence, your authority, and while your soldier is continuing to deny such things, again, you're starting to feel a break. You're starting to feel a very big break. The separation is now distancing yourself away from most, if not everything. In fact, this entire scene is starting to get further and further and further away. You seem to be isolating yourself in yourself. Each word that you say that is not understood, each command that you utter that is not followed through, drives you deeper and deeper and deeper into yourself until, quite plainly, there is a void, there is an emptiness, there is nothing, nothingness. There is nothing in front of you because you're not a part of this world anymore. You're a part of yourself. There is nothing but yourself. There is nothing but yourself, your own emotions, your own memories, your own thoughts, your own meta-thoughts. There is nothing else but yourself. Leo, you're also starting to lose yourself. but in a different way. You're starting to become one with everything. You have no identity. You have no separation between yourself or the curtain or the fish or the couch or Alan or Xavier or Emmett. You are all of these things all at once. You are one with the couch that you are currently seated on, trying to swim on. You are one with the curtain that you are currently wrapped up in. These ideas of a big ocean of fish, of a big school of fish, you are starting to feel like that. You are not one thing in a multitude of things. No, you are all things. You have no identity other than to be all things.
Start relaxing.
What is Emmett doing?
Emmett is beginning to sing a song, and we'll roll to see how good it is. If I can see the roll. Not the best, but yeah, no, he's singing "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion.
Oh! Wow.
See Alan looking at you. He's going to point towards one of the couches and simply say, sit. Sit.
No, he's been sitting on the couch. He's just singing on the couch.
I'm probably half all over everybody since I'm like laying on the couch and they're both on there too, and so she's probably like just kind of sprawled everywhere.
Fair enough.
Then he's probably singing it to Leah.
Yeah, and now she's gonna think that she's on the fucking Titanic. Thank you.
Alright. Xavier, Emmett, you're currently high. The perception of time is starting to just get thrown out of the goddamn window. Your inhibitions are gone at the moment. You're starting to feel like the inside joke. You're starting to understand the inside joke of every single conversation, of every single word that comes out of your mouth, of every single lyric that you're singing. You understand the inside joke. It's just there. You kind of wonder why you didn't figure this out, beforehand. Your head is starting to fill with philosophies that you never considered before, but are totally valid at the moment.
And now at this point, now that he feels this, oh gosh. Emmett breaks out in Defying Gravity from Wicked, and he is hitting those notes. Like, Emmett would be considered a tenor, right? This guy is hitting soprano notes while high. Like, this is an exceptionally good performance of Defying Gravity.
Fair enough. Xavier, you are far away from all this. You are...
Before you tell anything, is X getting philosophical right now?
You are one with yourself. You are having a deep, intense communion with yourself.
Oh, God. Okay,
What is
please
Xavier
continue.
currently thinking and feeling right now?
So, well, he is alone with himself right now, so I would be thinking that he is facing every decision he has ever made since he arrived in the Sept, if he's, like, alone with himself.
The problem is you are not just alone, you are not there. You have no identity. You
Oh,
have no consciousness. You are void. But you can still have these feelings. You can still have these thoughts, but these thoughts are coming from outside of you. The thing is, you're not thinking these thoughts. These are thoughts that are being directed from outside of yourself. Every single thought, every single feeling that you have is simply being directed towards you from some external figure, and you can't quite escape it. you're literally being wrapped up in this other, bigger, more powerful entity.
Okay.
So what is this other entity trying to communicate with you about?
I'm guessing that he would be trying to communicate about, like, I'm guessing that that thing would basically say, wait, do you think any one of them holds any, do you think any one of them has any worth in the eyes of others?
Who is worthy? Who is worthy comes the external voice. Who is worthy? Who deserves it? Who is ranked? Where are they ranked?
I assume Xavier's saying this out loud, so Emmett has now switched songs to he's now singing "Worth It" by The Weeknd.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Leah. Here's a strange thought that filters through your head. If you ever had any sort of prejudice, why in the world would you have it? Why in the world would you have any sort of prejudice towards anybody or anything? You are one with all these things. In fact, the only thing that separates yourself from Xavier or yourself from Emmett or yourself from Alan is simply distance. And distance is just a space. You can travel that space quite easily. You can come together with somebody quite easily. And why would you not to? All the pieces of yourself are in very, very close proximity with you. If you all just gathered together, if you all just took the time to understand each other, this world would be so much better.
Yeah, she's starting to understand certain fixations on the Beatles at this point. And kind of just, I'm not sure who she's next to or sprawled on top of, but she's gonna kind of cuddle closer and just be like, "I love you guys."
Thank you. Thank you.
Emmett's now singing "All You Need Is Love."
All you need is love. Dun, 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 dun. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. This will probably be the brunt of this particular exercise. Xavier, your thoughts will continue to come to you as an external force, something outside of you, something very, very convicting, but also rather personal, something otherworldly and bigger than you could possibly imagine. But still, these, on some level, you recognize that these are your own personal thoughts. But the hours will drone on, and the trip is going to end very, very, very quickly. Alan, for his part, Emmett, you would recognize, is currently looking at his pocket watch, looking at these two people as they slowly, very slowly start to realize that they are people, that they do have a consciousness and an individual identity away from everything, that you do indeed exist. And these stars are starting to pound right back into you with a full blunt and a full force. In fact, make me more stamina plus wits checks, difficulty 8.
Oh, good.
Every one of us?
Probably.
The two of you that went on a trip.
Emmett at this point is now getting up and looking for food.
Difficulty 8?
There are munchies in the kitchen.
I actually passed this one. The first roll I've passed this whole scene.
Xavier has 3 successes.
Xavier, you start to sober up. You start to come back to the world as it truly is. You start to return back to this beach bungalow. Leah, you're currently wrapped up against Alan, both your arms and your legs against him.
And there's a fish curtain next to me, or slightly around me.
You have gone ahead and wrapped both yourself and Alan in it. You wanted to bring him underwater with you.
I did. It's amazing. I was surprised somebody hasn't started singing Part of Your World.
Maybe next time. You can see that over at the corner of the room there's this little cabinet with a lot of different videos on it, one of which seems to be the Little Mermaid.
Right. Well, you know, it's kind of comfy here. Probably end up pulling the curtain away and then just kind of going back to where I was at.
Oh, by the way, everyone hears the toaster go off every 4 minutes.
Ding!
I want food.
Both of you start to feel absolutely dehydrated, actually, as Alan is going to go ahead and walk towards the kitchen, take out 2, liter water bottles and start to hand it over to each one of you, saying, drink, you don't need to be sick.
So, just saying, guys, well, this is mostly for Alan. You may want to eat more cream cheese and butter and peanut butter.
Ew,
Oh my god, Alan says as he walks towards the kitchen. They're like, the entire loaf of bread this family used is like 3/4 gone.
No, it's the bread and the English muffins.
And the English muffins, and the honey, and the butter, and the sour
Of course
cream.
there's honey, because whenever Alan is in a scene, there must be honey.
Oh, for...
He made so much stuff. Like, the English muffins are gone. Those are gone. All those gone, too. Some kind of spread on whether it be butter, jelly, whatever.
Emmett!
Hey, what's up, man?
You owe these people grocery money now.
Hey, man, whatever, bro. You know I got him. You know I'm good for it. And he says as he gets an English muffin with cream cheese on it. Hey, got some
OOC note.
Stop.
OOC note. I fucking love Hi Emmett.
Well, you hear a voice come from the kitchen. Hey, y'all better get up. I made some English muffins and toast for everybody. And he comes out with just like a plate just with a mound of English muffins and toast.
Well, then I don't gotta get up. You're bringing it to me.
No, these are mine. Yours are in there.
She's gonna go snatch one off his plate and sit back
Yeah. Yeah. You.
So Xavier will open the bottle and drink all of it in one go. Like,
It's the best drink you've ever had in a long while. You realize that your throat has been dry. You realize that when the water hits your stomach, it is refreshing. It is like your entire stomach is now alive again and not just this decayed organ inside of you.
so good.
Yeah, after nabbing the English muffin or whatever the hell I just grabbed, bagel, bread, I don't know, but whatever it is.
It was an English muffin.
All right, English muffin it is then. She too will be attacking the water, but not all in one go because that's a lot of fucking water at one time. Especially when you're not sure if your stomach's actually going to be okay or not.
Ellen, for his part, is going to go ahead and walk over to the radio, turn on actually a few different stations, one of which happens to be a baseball game, the other one of which happens to be news, the other one which is the heavy metal music, which he goes ahead and turns away from, and then more classical rock.
Did I get punched in the face?
Did you deserve to get punched in the face?
Did I act it the way I told you guys I would?
I don't know.
Well,
you kept talking. I ignored it, but it was Arabic or something.
Yeah.
Oh God, no! So it happened.
I don't know. Did it?
Did it?
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
Man, he started speaking some Middle Eastern stuff or something, man. I don't know.
So, what I said that would happen, happened, and nobody punched me in the face.
We didn't
Well,
understand you, I don't think.
man,
If I'd start cursing you out in Greek, I really doubt that you would punch me too much because you wouldn't know what the hell I was saying.
man, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay.
Xavier says, pointing to Alan and Emmett, I told these two if something like that happened, I asked them to punch me in the face. That gets me out of it real quick.
Ah.
Man,
By the way, what's Rim?
mm,
Rem?
Mhm.
Rem is actually a fish goddess of in the Egyptian mythology. She's a personification of Ra's tears.
nice.
How the hell do you know about Rem?
Well, you kept saying it, and when you kept saying it, you kept pointing to Leah.
Oh,
Why?
is that what he was babbling about?
Why would I
Apparently you're a
call?
fish god.
I mean, at least I'm a goddess or a god or something. That's good.
Hmm.
On the upside, we know that I can do Broadway like a fucking boss.
On the other side, I know that you're a goddamn gibbous moon, so stop putting it in people's faces.
Hey. Isn't that our job? Putting in people's faces? Like, and all that shit?
It's like,
Finger being Galliard is a lot like honey.
yeah, this is true. Can't really fault you for doing what your Gaia-given duties are.
There is too much dancers in this place right now.
Hey, man, I'm not much of a dancer. I can sing like a motherfucker, though.
There's nothing wrong with this place.
You want English muffin, Xavier?
What?
Like half the English muffins are gone. There's
No,
like 3
thanks.
English muffins and toast.
Does anybody have a phone?
Unless I lost it in the ocean somewhere.
It's like, no. Who do you... Leah, give him your phone.
You really? You can't even ask?
Please? Can you please let Xavier borrow your phone, please? Sweetie? Sweetness?
Really?
Pink bubblegum sweetness?
It's lavender.
Lavender sweetness?
Honey?
She is literally shaking her head at him at this point, like, oh my god, really? And just kick him. Not hard, just kind of kick him in the stomach.
Kick
Yeah.
who?
Alan.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then give Xavier the phone.
Thank you.
So, Xavier just
I'm not supposed to have to follow your orders, you know.
Xavier just starts dialing a number, and when the person on the other side picks up, it says, "Okay, yeah, I want kebabs, 3 shawarmas, 5 rolls, and a couple more in the between."
Ask him for some pizza.
Yeah.
Ask him for some pizza.
And then hands the phone to Alan and says, "Give them the address."
Takes the phone, gives them an address actually a few blocks across the street.
Yeah.
And says,
the place Xavier called is really close to where we are right now.
yeah, I know. I'm just making sure that the address that it's given is not the one we are currently at.
No. Okay.
Paranoia. In the world of darkness, it is a merit, not a derangement or a flaw. And afterwards, he goes ahead and looks at Leah, says, Thank you very, very, very much for allowing us to borrow your bit of Weaver tech.
Oh, calm down. I just don't. I thought you've been making it so clear. I'm not supposed to have to like take orders from you, and then you like give him.
You know I'm just teasing you.
Whatever. She grabs another English muffin.
The English muffins are gone. Emmett went straight for the English muffins. There's only toast.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to whatever I get. If you're that mean that there's not one left, I'm going to like, just kind of shove it in your face or something. We just had a moment here. She just kind of, just like, you people are bringing me down. You suck.
Hey, what do you mean, you people?
I mean, all you people in this room. Are you not all people?
He's looking over at Xavier. But what do you mean, you people?
Emmett, you didn't mean it like that.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm sorry.
Sit at the table, people. Sit at the table. I think we have some card games that we can play while the food gets by.
Well,
Please let that be.
for the
Please
record-
let that be. Cards
for the
Against Humanity, please.
I'm just going to say that if I was going to say something about you people, it could just be about men.
True.
Yeah, but that's understandable, though.
Well, I am a Fury, right?
No, that's not even what I was talking about.
Well,
On
come on
the,
now. We all know the rumors about Furies.
What rumors? Give me a boost of the dick.
If we are going with stereotypes, I should go out and start running.
Well, my type, we don't truck in much in stereotypes and prejudices. You don't get as far as you think you're gonna get. Alan says he's starting to take a little playing card deck, take it out of its sleeve and start to shuffle it. Actually,
Well, I mean, if we want to talk about stereotypes again, I mean, I could just start hacking shit.
for Christ's sakes.
Wait a minute.
All right, that's
Emmett
it.
starts
We're
smoking
done with
pot.
the stereotypes, okay? We have established that all of us have a stereotype that we could fit.
Emmett
Okay?
starts
Is
smoking
that good enough? Can we just assume that we don't fit the stereotypes and move the hell on?
Emmett's already on his laptop.
For the record, you guys would notice this is not at all what she usually sounds like.
Nope.
Well, okay. Just calm down, Sister Ren.
Yo, someone give me a bank account.
Emmett, Xavier, do me a favor. Play one game for me. I need to go talk with Leah for a second. I need to go ahead and take this curtain that you ripped off and place it back in the bathroom. Follow me.
Why? Am I going to get a talking to? Have I been bad? Have I been very, very bad?
Only in the best possible ways.
Okay, y'all need to get the fuck up out of here with that.
Remember about your neck, Alan.
You want me to get some more water for you, Al?
Just go with him. Go to the bathroom.
Alright.
So
Alan's going to go ahead and take the curtain.
Xavier grabs Alan and steps out.
It's like, well, I thought I was taking Leah over there, but if you want to take me outside, that's fine.
No. Xavier is taking Emmett out. He's not staying inside that room.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They're thinking something else entirely. Then I think you're actually thinking, or I'm thinking at this moment.
Okay, yeah, no, Emmett's still on his laptop, and he's like, yo, seriously, give me a bank account. I got this. Show you who Grizz up in this
Why the
piece.
hell do you need a bank account for? And why the hell didn't you punch me in the face? I told you.
Motherfucker, I don't get, man, I ain't even trying to punch people in the face. You know how bad it turns out when I try to punch people?
Actually, I never saw you fight.
Yes, you have. That one time when beat the shit out of us.
That doesn't count.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can tell you about the one time I got traded by Rinsler. That was pretty fun.
Well, just when we get back into Sept, let's have a sparring match.
Alright. At least we regenerate from it. But seriously, like, give me a bank account. I can use some money.
The only bank accounts that I know of is my trust fund and my parents' bank account, and I'm not going to give you neither of those.
God damn it. Whatever.
We seem to have players short on time, so just a brief conversation, and then we can probably play this scene out narratively.
Yeah.
Okay. Alan goes ahead and looks at Leah. Alan's still shuffling some cards as she's looking over and says, Is there a problem that I don't know about?
I don't know.
Well, I don't mean to be bossy. I don't mean to tell you what you ought and what you ought not to do. At least I don't try to do that.
I'm sorry. I'm just... I don't know. That whole thing just made me realize something.
Well, care to share?
Well, I mean, I've always known, but, like... It's just really starting to bug me. Like, everything kind of just bugs me. Like, you know, it's just the way I grew up, you know? I was expected to be the good little girl. I was expected to, you know, do whatever I could to support you all, you know, Guru and all that shit. And I never wanted anything else. It's fine, you know, it's cool. Just learn to hold my temper. Learn to not say things because people might get pissed off.
But
I'm
this is the
just,
first
I'm just
time-
tired of it. I'm just tired of it. Like, when I was in the middle of that trip, like, everyone was equal, and I was part of them, and they were part of me, and I come out, and that's not the way it is at all.
Sorry, this is the first time I'm really seeing this frustration from you, and I do apologize if I caused it. And I don't mean to be the cause of anything. I just simply react to things in my environment. I mean,
I'm not
if it is
mad at
something-
you. I'm not mad at you.
Okay.
I'm probably just overreacting. Wait till tomorrow. I'll probably be fine.
What did you see? What did you know? Each one of us takes something different from this trip, and it seems like you took a very, very good message, and I want to hear it.
It was just, you know, really clear that everybody has their place. They're all equal, just different. And we're all part of the same thing.
To me, that's true. To me, everyone is equal, just a bit different. This is the philosophy of my tribe. This is the kind of wise words that were given to me while even I was not in the know. When I was not in the know, these were the very, very words that were given to me, and it's the ones that I kept with me when I went into the tribe. And I'm
I wasn't
sincerely
accusing you of
sorry
anything.
if
No, I was never accusing you of anything. I'm just, that part was probably overreaction. I'm sorry. I mean, even just the dumbest things, like, how much do we do for Gaia to help our families, you know? and yet we don't get invited to a damn moot. Like, what is the point of that? As if our business doesn't matter.
I'll tell you one thing. When the nation works, we have the moot, but we never ever forget about the needs and concerns of our kinfolk. In fact, we often raise the needs and wants of our kinfolk within the moots of my previous sept. They may have not been allowed in, but their voices were heard.
But see, that's the point. It's kind of like saying, like they did back when women didn't have the vote. It's like saying that women don't need the vote because they have husbands who can speak up for them. That's ridiculous. You listen to that now, and you think it's stupid, and I think it's stupid. But that's what it's saying. It's like assuming that you all can speak for us, so we don't need the vote. We don't need to be there.
So you're worried that you're worried that the kinfolk don't have any sort of representation.
It's not a question of trust, because I trust my sister. I trust Callie. And I'm definitely growing to trust you. But why shouldn't I have a voice? What's wrong with me?
Nothing is wrong with the little sister that did not raise her voice until she was ready.
I mean, we're the ones sending our family in to fight Stormeater, right? We're the ones who have to deal with it if you guys die. So, I don't see why we can't be invited to a damn moot. I mean, it's just one example, obviously. It's not like the whole thing, but it seems rather absurd to me that we don't get a say in these things to hear firsthand.
So, talk to Callie. She is of your tribe. She has the ability to request that the invitation be extended.
It shouldn't be like that, though. It should just be like automatically that if you're kinfolk, you can go too. That's my point. I shouldn't need a special invitation to go to a community meeting. Hey, you're the one who's supposed to be. You're the one who's idealistic here, right?
Mm-hmm.
More than me in theory. Okay. So that makes sense, right?
Let me give you an example about how things are done here and how things would be done if my people were in charge. Here in this sept, we held our moots within the umbrel-scape of the park, simply because that would make more sense to have this large group of creatures out there roaring and railing and to speak about matters quite openly. However, my tribe, in my sept, we would have our moots out in the open. We would not have divisions between kinfolk and Garu, or even sympathetic people. We'd just have simply tents set up between different camps. We'd have an open, honest conversation in one tent that would hold at least part of the moot. We would invite people in whose concerns should have been heard, and we would hold this in the Tellurium as best that we could. Certain rites and rituals we would have to move into the Umbralscape, but with such an environment, with this huge commune, with these tents obscuring everything, it would be much easier to do, hiding in plain sight. We can't necessarily hide in plain sight in this sept. Everything needs to be guarded. Everything needs to be veiled with shadow or veiled in the umbra.
There was a red talon the other day who looked like he was about to hit me if I even spoke to him.
Who?
I don't know his name. It's just the point of things. It just looked like he was going to. He had this look on his face, and it's just lucky I wasn't speaking to him. It was just ridiculous. I don't understand. Just speaking to him? I guess, what, maybe I've just grown teeth now, claws, but they're kind of useless when I'm not the bigger, badder one.
Leah, you shouldn't have to feel like that.
But I do.
The world may not be perfect right now, but you kind of have the heart. You kind of have the vision. You kind of see the revolution on the horizon. I'll admit, my tribe is the one of rebel rousers, or at least the ones that raise our voices in protest. But it takes a voice like yours, somebody that's sincere, somebody that can put forth that pathos into their argument, that can actually get it across. And you're right, we are all equal, simply different. At the end of the day, it is you and your people, the kin, that will make sure that the next generation of our people continue to exist. And Garu, who do not respect that, who do not understand that, who are ignorant, willfully or otherwise, don't deserve to continue. Everything we do is for you, to make sure you're safe, to make sure that you, the family, makes it to the next generation. And more importantly to that, Alan goes ahead and shifts his seat over, brings an arm around her to make sure that you're happy and you're safe.
It's your focus. It may not be everybody's. In fact, I know it's not.
Well, if that's true, then I will simply scream and yell louder until it is everybody's focus. It's what I was here. It's what I was put here to do, to yell and to scream. I am of the gibbous moon. My tribe is the one of protesters. Of course I'm going to yell.
Just don't get yourself killed, too.
What do you want to do right now?
I don't know. My mind's going in like 12 directions. I don't have any solutions, I just have the problem.
The first part to any solution is recognizing that there is a problem.
Well, it doesn't tell me what to do right now.
You'll think of something, or will think of something, or your family will think of something.
My family, they're so screwed up.
They may be screwed up, but they're yours.
Yeah, I know. I told Callie about us. Just figured I should let you know.
Okay. I thought I was going to have to deal with that. Hasn't brought it up to me yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen.
It was only just earlier. She may yet bring it up to you.
If she doesn't, I will with her, because she's your sister, she's of the people, she should be notified, and she should be okay with most certain things.
I think she's okay with it. I don't think she's upset or anything. That doesn't mean she won't want to talk to you.
Fair enough. You know what I feel like?
Gelato?
No, that's you. That's your that's the orange soda working its way out of your system. No. I feel like watching a stupid movie while the two chuckleheads hit on girls. Looks at his brick of a phone.
Oh, we really should be following them. We totally need to get video of this too.
If you want to tag along with them, say the word and we'll jump away.
No. I think we'd probably just, ruin any chances they might have.
Okay. Alan will give a text back to Emmett. Should anything happen to your brother, I will rip your throat out. But I was thinking about watching a stupid movie.
Yeah, sure. Maybe it'll make my mind clear somehow. And I think there might be a little bit of bread left in the kitchen.
Well, certainly no bread and certainly no honey. The English muffins are gone as well. Ellen walks over to the refrigerator, cranks open the freezer, brings out a frozen box of fish sticks.
No, God, no, not right now. I still taste the weird orange juice taste. No.
Shink. We'll pick something else then. And,
it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
If you guys are good, we can close the scene up now. All right, I'm getting thumbs up. All right, we go ahead and end the scene with Alan looking through the freezer, starting to get his hands a little bit frozen. Leah sitting at the kitchen table trying to think over and console herself, thinking about the things that she witnessed in her little trip, the philosophies and truths that she was presented with, and the harsh conflicts of reality. And we go ahead and zoom the scene over to a little bit of a bonfire that's currently happening on the other side of the beach, where our two Garu are trying somewhat eloquently, somewhat smoothly to go and hit on some chicks. And while they're doing that, there seems to be one little black tabby cat, actually, that's sort of watching the scene off from a distance, sort of licking itself a little bit, smiling to itself as it goes ahead and starts to fish some uneaten fish sticks out of the trash. And there we will end our scene.